Hello, I'm Garibaldi FM, and welcome to episode 6 of my Designer Son game with Giuseppe Garibaldi. Last time out, he was at Barcelona. He'd won the World Cup. He's won everything now. He's getting on, so I don't know how much longer he'll manage to stick around at Barcelona, so we'll see if he's still there. I think he might be there this year, maybe, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone next year, perhaps. Still there now. He's only on 250k a week now, though. He's still playing a lot of games, even though he's 36. I thought he might have started playing. Oh, he's retired from international football. So he's not going to get the cap. Oh, maybe Sterling had 185. So perhaps he's tied the caps. We'll check that anyway. But yeah, he's played a lot of games for Barcelona, so he's still first choice for them. Let's see. In here somewhere, records. There we go. Oh, most got 195 Sterling had, so he's 10 short of what Sterling had. Maybe he should have kept on going and beaten that record, but there we go. I wonder what England did last year. Been the Euros. Didn't win the Euros. Oh, in fact, it would have been the World Cup, so they didn't win, they didn't retain the World Cup. That was obviously enough to push them over the edge. They lost, or France won it. England didn't even get top 3. Anyway, so yeah, he retired after a World Cup. But club-wise, he played all the games. His average rating's dropping back down again into the 7.3s. So he's starting to get a bit lower again now. Goals and assists, he's not picking out as many as he used to, but then that might be because he's been playing more in defence like we saw before. Stats are definitely starting to go down now. His stamina and pace and acceleration, stuff like that, are all dropping out of the greens. Strength is not even blue anymore now, it's gone down to 10. So yeah, those physical stats are really starting to drop off now. But yeah, he has signed a contract 5 months ago that goes on for another season yet. So I don't know, perhaps he will still be there for another year. Anyway, we'll stop here and skip on and see where he is in 12 months' time. Okay, so we've skipped on another 12 months. Let's go and see where Giuseppe is. We're going to get to the stage soon where he's either going to retire or, well, certainly leave Barcelona, because if he carries on playing, you can't imagine he's going to stay there that much longer. So yeah, either retire, leave Barcelona, or move into a non-playing role, which would be quite nice. So he's still at Barcelona now. He's got a contract for another year. But he's retiring. He's retiring next month, despite having a contract. Okay. He plans to retire in July, but is considering his manager's proposal to stay on for another year, so perhaps he won't retire. Okay, what we're going to do now then is, because of that, we're going to skip on 1 month and see what he decides to do. Okay, so we've skipped on to the end of the month now. Let's go and see if Giuseppe's made a decision. He looks like he's staying there. It doesn't say retiring anymore. And he's looking at becoming an assistant manager, perhaps, when his playing days are over. So perhaps he will stick around as a non-playing role. So it looks like he's going to stay. So we won't do a sort of end of career wrap up now. We'll just look at how he's done the last season or so. So this year, Barcelona won the Champions League and the La Liga. So they did the double there, lost in the La Liga final, which is good because the year before they were runners-up in Champions League and the Copa del Rey and La Liga. So yeah, it's good that you did the double there. Injury-wise, not had anything for a couple of years, so that's good. So he's still playing lots of games, starting to be a sub a bit more, whereas before he would have started every single game without question. In the league now, sort of quarter of the matches he's coming on as a sub, so just starting to rest him a little bit. His average rating's still really impressive, but not up to that level that it used to be. And see, goals 7. So yeah, best season in terms of goals. In fact, that's probably his best season for the last 3, really. Okay, his average rating was a bit better a couple of years ago, but yeah, good solid season. So that's completed 15 seasons at Barcelona now. He's about to go into his 16th. Stats are definitely starting to come down, so strength is into single figures now. Acceleration's gone from blue to purple. Pace, agility, and stamina are all heading that way as well. So yeah, certainly starting to decline a bit more rapidly now. But then he is 37. So yeah, we'll wrap up here for a moment and skip on 12 months and see where he is. Okay, so we've skipped on another 12 months at the beginning of June, 41. So Giuseppe's 22 years into his career now. Let's see what he's doing. I think this might be it. He was persuaded to stay on one more year, but I think that might be it now. So he's still there at the moment. Doesn't say he's going to retire, so maybe not. Maybe that's it then. He's going to stay on another year. Says that he wants to see out the remainder of his career with Barcelona, but it doesn't say he wants to be an assistant manager anymore now, so maybe he won't become a staff member after he retires. So his pace is now dropped below 10. Acceleration and strength just dropping down a bit more. Stamina and agility won't be far away. But he still played the majority of the games, which is fantastic for someone who's 38 and a half now. His average ratings dropped down a little bit more, but he's still doing the goods. Only one man of the match. But yeah, doing well still. They won. Only thing they won this year was the Copa del Rey, and the Super Cup as well. So a little bit of a disappointing season in that respect. But yeah, looks like he's going to stick around for another year. So we will, skip on a year and see where he is. Okay, so we've gone another 12 months. Let's go and see where Giuseppe is. If he's still there at all. He is there at Barcelona. Says he's retiring this time. Let's see, is he being talked out of it? Doesn't look like it. Okay, what we're going to do then is we're going to skip on to the 27th of June and see if he's still there. Okay, so we're on to the 27th of June now, which promises to be Giuseppe's last day as a professional footballer. He's had a 23-year career though, so it's not too bad. Still says he's retiring tomorrow, so I think that is it. So this will be a kind of a wrap up to the end of the episode and for the end of this series by the looks of it, because it doesn't look like he's going to become an assistant manager anymore, which is something that he was thinking about. Let's have a look then. So, interesting things. He's an evasive, reserved personality when it comes to dealing with the media. Still lost Frank Lampard, who is the Barcelona manager. He's done pretty well there. He's 64 now. He must be retiring soon from that as well, I guess. So yeah, he generally likes all his old managers. Not any of his teammates though, so interesting. Tends to get on better with the former managers than the former teammates. He made 185 caps for England, which was only 10 short of Raheem Sterling's record. And he did win everything with them. He won the World Cup, the Euros, and the Nations League. In terms of Barcelona, he played for them for 17 years. Actually, we'll have a look at a minute at that. Well, Messi would have probably played longer than that and had more appearances. But he must be up towards the end of up towards the top of their appearance makers, I would have thought. Because every season he played more than 30 games apart from his second when he just had a slight injury which took him out for a couple of months. Other than that, he's played for Liverpool and Exeter City. And he's played 727 league games in his career. 83 of those he was man of the match, so well over 10% of the games he played man of the match, with an average of 7.37 across his entire career, which is impressive. 152 goals and 141 assists, which is really good for someone that's played almost his entire career either at centre midfield and a little bit at centre back. So this year he still started 26 games in the league, only scored one, which is his worst since he sort of broke into the Liverpool side nearly 20 years ago. Only 3 assists, a couple of man of the matches, and his average rating was the worst that it's been in his entire time in Barcelona. So his only time it's been worse than that was when he was his first few seasons in England. We can see his strength has now dropped all the way down to 4, so that's really, really dying now. Pace, stamina, agility, acceleration, all dropping down to 10 and below now, so none of those are in the blues anymore. Other things are starting to just drop off a little bit as well. Let's have a look at Barcelona, see if where he is in terms of their record games appearance. Oh, he's played more league games than anyone else for Barcelona in their history. I thought perhaps it might have been Messi or Xavi or someone, but Giuseppe Garibaldi has that one now. I'm guessing he's been oldest player for a few seasons in a row. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons in a row he was their oldest player. Anything? Probably most assists. Has he at any point? No, he never got most assists. So he's sort of a consistent assister, but never enough to get right up there. Phil Foden did a few times, his old midfield partner. Did he ever win Player of the Year? I'm imagining he must have at some point. Yeah, only 3 times though. But then Barcelona have obviously got a team packed full of star players, so it's maybe not a huge surprise. Phil Foden never did that, so there you are. Take that, Phil. So yeah, 3 times Fans Player of the Year. Must have been their oldest goal scorer quite a few times. Yeah, 7 times as well. Player of the Match awards, he did that 1, 2, 3, 4 times. He got more Player of the Matches than anyone else. Average rating, he only got the highest average rating once, which is quite surprising considering he averaged about 7.5 most of his career there. Let's have a look. Anything else we want to see? I mean, he won everything there was to win. Yeah, literally packed full of trophies. I think that's probably about all we want to do now. What we'll do is we'll skip on a day or two just to see whether he does decide to become a manager or an assistant or something. I don't think he's going to not retire. And he's done well. I mean, he's only 6 months away from turning 40 and he's still playing at the top in Serie A. So this way, it's a shame he didn't drop down and the leagues a bit and extend his career into his mid-40s maybe, but still, he's gone a long time. He's done 23 seasons as a professional footballer. Probably another pre-season's a bit too much for him. So we will skip on another day. All of those can be read. And let's see where he goes tomorrow. Okay, so we're now on the 1st of July. He's still just says that he's a free agent but retired, so it kind of looks like it's at the end for him, but it's not completely. So what we're going to do is just go on holiday for a couple of months and we'll pick up where he is then. So I'll skip on, let's say 50 days. And we'll pick up in a moment and see. Okay, so we've skipped on into towards the end of August now. And yeah, Giuseppe has disappeared. So that's it for this then. Thanks for watching this episode, or this series as well, not just the episode. Might try and do another one of these designer sons, mix it up a bit, start him in a different country, perhaps somewhere sort of off the grid a bit rather than England, or make one that's a lot worse starting stats. If you've got any thoughts of anything that you might like to see, drop it in the comments and I'll consider that for a future series. But anyway, for now, thanks for watching.